Scene one, shot one, take one.
Might have relaxed a bit and...
I need to start again, so I've lost it.
Rolling?
Rolling.
When you're ready.
Here at Mobysoft, people are our greatest asset. And we don't just chuck everyone together in a room and hope that the magic happens. No. We've got a bunch of values that run through the company like a message through a stick of rock that underpin everything that we do. So sit back while two of our previous Values Awards winners give you the lowdown. Hi, I'm Sarah, Head of HR here at Mobysoft. I'm here today with Nat, our Head of Product, and Nick, our Income Maximisation Director, to talk about our values. Okay, so can I start with you, Nat, and can you tell us why you think our values are so important?
I think values are important for businesses because it dictates how you act, how you behave, and it informs your culture. So if an organisation has values, I think there's a joined up understanding of how you're supposed to kind of deliver your day-to-day as an individual and also as a collective.
What did winning our Values of the Year award mean to you?
Well, for me personally, I was chuffed because I weren't expecting it. But yeah, absolutely chuffed a bit really to win it. It was a real surprise, but really happy.
Yeah, I think it was the same for me. I hadn't been here for that long and to have, you know, my peers and people that I work with put those votes in and to actually win the annual award was amazing.
I've picked up a pen somewhere.
Freestyle.
Hold the gaze.
She's laughing at me.
Did either of you look at our values before you applied for your roles at Mobysoft?
Definitely. It tells you a lot about how that organisation works together, what kind of people they will hire, what kind of culture they have.
Yeah, completely agree with that. I think another thing as well is I'd already interacted with people at Mobysoft as a RentSense client prior to joining, so I knew that it was more than just words. You do engage with organisations and sometimes the values aren't always lived, but based on everybody that I'd interacted with at Mobysoft in my previous role, I knew that the values were lived, so I knew I'd be joining a team that ultimately shared my values.
So how does it make a difference, Nat, having a team with all the same shared values working together?
It's really important. If you're trying to deliver on a product vision, an item on a roadmap, solving a customer problem or a market problem, if you don't know how to work together, you can't really make any progress. If you think about it as kind of steering a ship, if everyone's doing different things, you're just going to go around in circles.
How does our human value impact how you and your team work together?
The human value is a really important one for us, especially in our kind of startup kind of environment and culture. As I said before, we're always problem solving and brainstorming, and I think the best ideas come from being able to be kind of vulnerable in a room together. Anything can come out, you know, stick anything on the wall, any ideas, anything's on the table. And I think being able to be vulnerable in the sense that you don't think you're being judged by others, you get the best outcome when we're doing those sessions.
And do you think our combination of values are critical to achieve that?
It is, yeah. If you think about the 5 values that we have here, all of those together with that shared vision statement just will drive us forward as an organisation. And I think when it comes to thinking about my team, it's all 5. It's, you know, it's not just one. One doesn't work. One on its own is fine, but it's not enough. I'll just keep it short. I'll stop blabbing on.
Who am I asking as well? Nick, what value do you see yourself showcasing the most?
Yeah, I think in terms of what I showcase the most is probably customer centricity. A large part of my role is obviously customer facing, so I think from a customer centricity perspective they have to be really trusting and open towards me, and I think that ties in with the human element as well. I like to think I'm very open, I like to think I'm trustworthy, and I find that's been really beneficial in terms of building relationships that allow me to do these deep delves and these solution focused kind of project plans really that I do with customers.
You have to be able to work together and you have to be able to trust each other, and there's no judging.
Which value do you think we are best at living and breathing?
I think from my perspective, when you encompass all 5 values, you really thrive at Mobysoft. And because those values are brought through right from the hiring process, you end up with these amazing people and these amazing teams, and they do have all 5 values working together at the same time, and sometimes one is a little bit more in some scenarios, and then a different value will come up a little bit more in another scenario, but all 5 exist at all times. And I think without 1 or 2, you really would struggle to deliver on the vision, because they're not just written on the wall. It is really how we behave, how we act, how we make informed decisions. It starts with our 5 values.
Yeah, I think I'd probably just echo what Nat said, to be honest. When we think about the values, we think about the culture, I think you're all accountable really to each other and to yourself in terms of delivering on these different values. And they're almost like pillars in a way. You need all 5 in order to build to where it is that you want to go.
Is that the same as question 1?
So I'm looking at Nat, not at the camera.
Lost it. Yeah.
So teamwork is a value that we invest heavily in. How do you see that manifesting itself?
Oh, in lots of ways, to be honest. There's obviously lots of different teams across the business that work together, and they work really well together. But then we also have got things like the kick-offs, quarterly kick-offs, where the whole business get together. And that's really important to make sure that our values are lived across the business, not just within teams. So we have the team building as an organisation, and that opportunity to get to know each other as well.
Thank you, Dick, and thanks, Nat, for taking part in this today. I hope it's been enlightening in bringing to life our values here at Mobysoft.